And that was the beginning of running the country's oldest publication, our yearbook, which is which was at that time, Momina, 130 years old. The Grammarian is a fantastic publication. It's a great place as a student journalist to start. That's where it starts. Put together a template which still works for the grammar school, took that to college, continued at the college level, was lucky enough to be in this fantastic college paper, which is very independent. It's the first time I started. This was in Michigan, bang in the middle of the Midwest.
Was it Ann Arbor?
In Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
And the Michigan Daily has an old history, another 100-something-year-old paper, old history of covering wars, covering local politics, not just student life, but the city. And then 9/11 happens, and I'm a junior. One day, writing an editorial, and midnight, class in 7 hours. And then my editor, Emily Eichenbaum, this tall, blonde goddess, just a total crush on her. Still do. She comes and puts her hand here, and I'm like, she's like, what are you doing, Waj? Which is the Gora version of my name. And I'm saying, besides dying of a heart attack, I'm trying to write an editorial on the history department. And she turns around and says, well, if I were you, I'd go where history is being made, not write editorials about the bloody history department. She walks off, with her hips swaying in the sunset. And, I was like, okay. So a few days later, I got my house in order. I cleared my exams. I got my professors to let me off the semester early. Now, this is months after 9/11, 2 months after 9/11. By November of 2001, as the Americans had started their bombing raids over southern Afghanistan, I was there. By December...
In Afghanistan?
Yeah, I took a flight to Karachi, I took a bus to Quetta, I took a taxi to Chaman, I paid off the military, I got a motorcycle across to...
Was it their way of deporting you, but like silently deporting you?
No, they gave me a camera, the college paper gave me a camera, and 5 weeks later, I was in Kandahar as the Taliban were coming out, again, going the wrong way, as the Taliban were coming out, and the US Rangers were flying in, the B-52s in the air. I was the only college journalist on the ground covering the war.
What prompted you to go? Like, I have this in my, I put this down as one of my talking points, and I'm glad that you just brought it up. Because I was going to ask you that, how did 9/11, because you were there, right there.
It was Emily Eichenbaum's curls. No, it was actually the story. It was the story had to be told. I mean, my editor, bless her, she ended up being at the Tribune. But that's what a good editor does, right? That's what a good boss does, is inspire you. Here you are sitting in Ann Arbor in the midst of this changing moment in American history, writing an editorial, which, I don't know, whoever's going to read about some funding of some department, but the way she said it, and she said, isn't there where you're from? Go where history is being made. What's stopping you? And what was stopping me? I'm a Pakistani. I know the language. I know the region. I grew up in Quetta. I can do it better than most people. What's stopping me? What's stopping us from doing things which matter? And I returned grizzled, tired, hungry, thank God, in one piece. But by 20, I was just that old. By 20,